Hey everybody. Yeah, I look crazy because I have no makeup on other than my foundation, concealer, and powder, but there's a reason for that. I wanted to do a eyeshadow tutorial, and I'm going to, but I don't want to do an eyeshadow tutorial until I have all of the rest of my makeup done, and I can't get the rest of my makeup done because I wanted to do this video, so I can't put eye makeup on until after this video. So, what is this video? You probably know from the title. This is another installment of Reintroduction to Makeup I Hate. However, I am trying to come up with a better name, like a catchier name or just something cooler or funner. So if you have any recommendations for what this series should be called, let me know in the comments, please, because I'm having a really hard time coming up with a name for it, but right now it's just going to be called Reintroduction to Makeup I Hate, and then once we can come up with a name, I'll change the names on these videos to match the name. So today, I thought it would be fun, hence why I don't have any bronzer or blush or highlighter on. I thought it'd be fun to do a blush product, and it is Tarte Cheek Stain in the shade Blushing Bride. Now I got this in a beauty box maybe like a year and a half ago, and I never liked it, and I can tell you why. Well, let me show you the product and then I will tell you why. So this is the full size, I believe, and you just twist the cap off. It's a twist cap. It smells like Clorox wipes, which never really bothered me, but it's not good, not bad. But the thing that is weird about it is that you have to push, kind of like those popsicles that you would eat, you know, and those like weird things, and you have to push the bottom and it pushes the popsicle out so you can eat it. That's exactly what this is. However, there's no real way to push it back in, and it's definitely like a balmy kind of a product. As you can see, it just kind of melts onto your skin, and it's really scary, I think, to have to push it back down because I always feel like I'm gonna smash it or that it's gonna break or something like that. So the reason I never liked this was, that was kind of one reason why, but that wasn't enough obviously to make me not like this product. But what made me not like it was, they say on the website that you can glide it on, so you can drag it, you can put your finger on it and tap, or you can use a brush and put it on. I always went with the glide option, but for some reason, I don't know if it was me or the product, but whenever I would do that, my foundation would just come off with it and it wouldn't leave any blush on my skin. So I would do this, or I'll show you on my hand. So I would do this on my cheek, and you see it comes off really, really nice. But for some reason, on my cheek, it would just take all of the makeup off, and I never tried it any other way because at the time I was brand new to makeup and I didn't know there were other ways to put blush on. I used this about 6 times and I tried over the course of the last year and a half, and I could never get it to work for me. But recently I was thinking about it and I thought that I would give it another shot and I would try to apply it differently this time. So I'm going to try to apply it in 2 different ways. I'm not going to glide it on because that never worked for me before. I don't want to do that again and then condemn this product because I used it in the same way that I always have that just didn't work for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to use my finger. So I'm going to, as you can see, let me first show you. It's very, very beautiful. It's a very pretty color. Oh, it has directions, so I'll tell you the directions. It says use fingers, a sponge, or direct application, which is doing that. So I'm just going to use my fingers because I never did that. So I'm just going to rub this a little bit on my finger to get about that much. And I'm just going to kind of smile and dab it where I would put my blush usually. So like here is where I'd usually put my blush. And let's just see how it looks once I get it blended in. That's a good beginning. I think I need a little bit more. It's blending with my powder, so it's a little muted on my skin. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. It's very sheer, which is nice. So it is buildable, or you can go with a sheer look. So that is one side applied, and with fingers and blending it like that, I am now going to, let me move this, I think I had to plug my phone in, so this is a little lopsided now, but please bear with me. So this is applied with fingers. I am now going to try to apply it with a brush. This isn't a blush brush or anything. This is a small contouring brush. So I'm just going to, I don't know if I should like rub it on this and then blend it on, or if I should put it on with my fingers and then blend it on. I'm probably going to put it on with my fingers and then blend it with the brush. I'm just going to put it here. And we'll see how it blends with a brush. Obviously it doesn't say to use it with a brush, but I think it's good to know because sometimes brushes can give you a little bit more natural of a finish than just your fingers blending. So, does anyone else hate when they powder and you get powder in your hair and it just feels gross? Like it just makes your hair feel gross. So I think that blending it with your fingers is more successful because when you blend with a brush, it just kind of holds the shape that you applied it with your finger and it just doesn't look natural or good. Not that this is going to look natural, but you know, you're looking for that natural, not natural look, you know. Let me try to get it into a better shape to match the other side. Let me apply my contour and then we can talk and see how it looks with everything put together. This is the part that I hate because I can either push this down with my finger or I can push it down with the lid, which you can see I've done a couple times because I just don't know how to do it. So I'm just going to use my finger. And I hate it because it wastes that much. But I guess if you push it down with the lid, it also wastes. And it will probably misshape the thing. So right now, as it stands, it definitely feels sticky. It feels like a sticky cream blush. And I don't like that feeling. But we'll see once I get my contour on and my highlight. We'll see how it feels once it has time to set. So that is what I'm going to do real quick. I'm just going to do my bronzer and highlight. And I'll probably just end up forwarding this part. But just so you can see it though, just because I think that it's important for you to see that I'm not doing anything to my blush at this point. So I'm just going to take a stippling brush and do my bronzer, and then I'm going to put my highlighter on. Okay, so I'm back. All I did was do my bronzer, my highlight, and then I just put on lipstick because I like to have lipstick on before I put my eyeshadow on because sometimes it's just nice to be able to know what lipstick you're wearing so that you don't plan to wear one, put your eyeshadow on, and then go, oh, that's not gonna match. So this is how it looks blended with everything. Now, one thing I will say that I don't necessarily like too much is that I like to do my blush and then my bronzer and blend them together so that way it's like a nice pink and then it fades and ombres into the contour so it looks just not like blush and contour. And I feel like with this, because of how the cream is, it's not very blendable with the brush. And I just feel like when I blended, it is just a very obvious line of where I put the contour. Yeah, I'm not totally a fan of that. However, is it the end of the world? No. No. It feels sticky and tacky and I don't necessarily like that. I'm gonna put a little bit of powder on it to try to matte down the tackiness, but I don't think it's horrible. So if I had to rate this blush product, I would probably give it 2.5 out of 5 because it's usable and it can look good if you just put time into it. But is it as good as it could or should be? No, I'm not totally impressed with it. However, this might be really, really nice in the winter and fall seasons because it's a little bit creamier. It can help your skin stay moisturized and hydrated, and it can give your face that nice supple look in the drier months. So I think that this could be good depending on how it's used and when it's used. But I do like it. My opinion on it has changed, and that's really, really cool, and I'm really happy about that. I'm pretty impressed with how different it is when you use it in a different kind of way. I never knew I could use my fingers, hence why I never did. But yeah, so